Burning Man 20 years ago. And so many things in my life were kind of shifting at the time. Burning Man is the most fertile landscape for creativity to bloom. It's very difficult to say what that looks like or what that is, because that expression can go in so many different directions. So you have whole areas of yoga, you have whole areas of music and dance and massage, and so what is it? It is a place where it is a petri dish that is so fertile that any truth, any authenticity that lands there blooms into something beautiful. So my first Burning Man was 1998. I remember not knowing much about it. There wasn't much online. There's a few pictures and a couple articles, and so I ended up driving there with 2 other people in my mom's borrowed BMW sedan. And before we even parked, I remember driving down one of the streets to meet up with the camp that we were going to be with, seeing a man in his maybe late 60s, fully naked, with his genitals painted like a flower, green and yellow, and I remember just driving by slowly and watching this guy walk towards the porta potty and thinking, I will never miss this again. I remember the moment where my head really clicked and realized this is something this is different. I remember walking out onto the open playa and seeing these insane, massive sculptures all over the whole landscape, which is surreal and other planet-like. And then you see these sculptures, they're huge. And I remember going to my friend who had invited me and saying, so wait, who pays for all of this? Like, are all these artists, is this all, does the ticket price go? And he's like, oh no. These artists have been fundraising and putting their own money and all of their time to create this stuff for you. They did all of this just to blow your mind. And I went, it worked, because I had never experienced people putting so much effort without wanting to get something in return. In this environment, it was gifting, and it was my first exposure to gifting, which changed my life. One of the beautiful things about Burning Man is that it is a do-ocracy, meaning if there's something wrong, you are empowered and expected to fix it. So what I want to bring to Burning Man is I want to create a camp that is more about pink love, the lessons of integrity and expression that I learned from my grandfather and from Burning Man. So Pink Heart became a place where we could express that. Hug Nation is a weekly live broadcast that I've been doing over 15 years. It began as a response to 9/11. There was this moment of camaraderie that the globe was kind of starting to express, and then we really got pushed as a nation into a narrative about us versus them. I was also super intoxicated on the power of the internet and how the internet was allowing us to be so connected to people all over the world. I'm like, so wait a minute, this old narrative of us versus them that we're trying to be fed right now, it doesn't fit anymore. So we decided, why don't we do a group hug once a week on the internet and remind each other that no matter what you see on the news, the world would rather hug you than hurt you. So the main thing that I hope that future burners and current burners and everyone who is experiencing Burning Man, and I would say I would extend that beyond Burning Man, any sort of supportive environment, whether that is a con or a knitting circle or the Juggalo gathering, anytime you can find a group of people that are supportive of you in your path of truth, I would hope that people realize, everyone, when you strip away all the shoulds and all the scripts that you've been given, all the external things about how you're supposed to be in the world, but start to listen to your inner heart song, you will act artistically. Not necessarily painting or creating a sculpture. You will act artistically in the way that you interact with people, or the way that you listen, or the way that you have healing touch. And when you listen to that inner truth as opposed to an external script, you will be the medicine the world needs. Take that truth, take that artistic expression and bring it into the default world where it's harder. And that's the warrior path that all burners and all people, I think, need to be doing.